What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Brian Watkins, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Watkins channel. My subject today is going to be about what I miss most about the iconic group, the Beastie Boys. The reason why I'm making this video is for all of the Beastie Boy fans all across the world to feel the same way I do. Let's get started. I remember coming into a knowledge of the Beastie Boys music. I would have to say, it was in the winter of 86 or 87. I remember I was going to Persian High School, and I think I was in my either late sophomore year or early junior year. I was, yeah, it was around that time. Yep, because I remember they came out with some song. I don't remember the song name right away. It was kind of minor, but the buzz was like circulating around about. I kept hearing Beastie Boys, the Beastie Boys, the Beastie Boys. I'm like, who are them? So, make a long story short, what did it was, again, FM 98 WJLB. Especially Friday nights was known for releasing, it was called Jam It or Slam It. So they played It's a New Style by the Beastie Boys, because I remember I was staying on Danbury in Detroit, Michigan, off of 8 Mile and John Earl. And it was a Friday night. And you know how the song comes on. And on the cool, check it. Center stage on the mic. And we're putting it on wax. It's the new style. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well, I'm pss, 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 pss. I get it. I got it. I know it's good. The rhymes are right. You wish you would. And then I heard that. There it is. I heard Run DMC. I was like, who's this? So then I was like, okay, the Beastie Boys. All right. So, a few months went by, and then it came out with Brass Monkey, Paul Revere. You gotta fight for your right to part. So, make a long story short, I was going to Persian High School at the time. I was working at Wendy's in Hazel Park off of 9 Mile and John in Hazel Park, Michigan. So at that time, the school I was attending, it's still there actually. It's on 7 Mile and Ryan. So it was a Amco gas station across the street. And they were selling, cassettes. You could see it in the window and whatnot. So I saw the Beastie Boy. I was like, oh, so I bought it. Got home, put it in the cassette boom box, and the first song that came on was Rhyming and Stealing. And I liked the way it started out. It was like, and this bad acid rock guitar riff comes on, and see, it was MC who started King at Rye, if I'm not mistaken, is the one that is the beginning of that particular musical composition. So I'm bumping it like the whole album. So they started touring with Run DMC. So I think Run DMC was still riding high off the major success of the Raising Hell album. So I was going to school with a girl. She went to see them in concert. She met MCA, may he rest in peace, backstage. She showed me a picture of her and him together on a picture. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I was watching everything they did, the interviews, everything, and I was like, all of them can rap. In my opinion, none of them were whack at all, ever. Now I did not know that in the beginning that they was a punk rock band. But now that I look back on their musical composition album, I could hear the music itself where a little bit was there. So Um, when MCA passed away, which shocked me completely, um, I was like, wow. Now I remember they tried to start their own record label. I think it was called Paul Boutique Records, or maybe that was the name of the second album. All I know is they had started their own record label, and I was impressed with that. I don't think it went anywhere because I like that was the first time I heard about it on that second album, and then after that they came out with a lot of albums. I never heard anything else about it, but I just missed their style because it was like they was wild, but they could rap. They was tight. It's like who? Beastie Boys, Third Base, Eminem, um, Anthrax. I think that was their name. As far as white groups that participated in hip hop and expressed their talents, them about the only three. My top ones is always the Beastie Boys. I mean, I like Eminem. Eminem tight. But long before Eminem came on the scene, Beastie Boys, flat out. I missed their presence. I would watch when they come on late night talk shows and they perform tight. What I like about them, they always do something completely different, but in a way where it just make you like the group even more. So it's like they started. To me, their peak was when they came out with License to Ill. I mean, all the other stuff was tight. Do not get me wrong. I like all of it, but to me, that was like the hype one because I remember they played the whole entire album um, on Fridays, Jam It or Slam It, WJLB FM 98. And that time, it was another bad DJ. His name was The Wizard. He always came on. First, he would just come on Friday nights, FM 98, WJLB. But he got so well with the public, he was on every night. And I remember they played the Beastie Boys' whole entire album. And that's what made me make a decision that if I uh, remembered to buy the album, I was going to buy it. It just so happened, I remember I was getting out of school. I think we had a half day or something. And I had just got paid the day before, so I had some money. And I went to the gas station. And like I said, this time cassettes were popular. And I looked up, I looked at the window, and I saw the Beastie Boys License to Ill. I said, oh, let me get that. So I bought it. I couldn't wait to get home. And shoot, I was staying on Danbury off of 8 Mile and John R. And Persian is on 7 Mile and Ryan. That's a great distance. And I was walking. I had some money to catch the bus. I think I was walking with some friends of mine. We would, get up and walk to school together and stuff to look at the girls. So I finally got home and, checked it out. And I liked it. And I was like, okay. And then when I started to learn about Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin, how they put Def Jam together in their apartment and how it exploded with uh, well, their first recording artist was LL Cool J. I do remember that. And then they, signed this one. And I think in Brass Monkey they mentioned Def Jam got all y'all jocking, and it was just fresh. Man, they blew me away. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Prince fan. May he rest in peace. But I was still listening to everything at the same time, whether it was R&B, rock music, um, hip hop, jazz, blues. I was still listening to everything at the same time. It's just Prince was dropping it. Prince was dropping it right in that era more than ever. It seemed like right after Purple Rain, and not to get off the subject, like from Purple Rain to Under Cherry Moon, right in that era, he was just bringing it, you know, and that's how I end up coming across the Beastie Boys because um, I think it was the Wizard, FM 98 WJLB. He always would mix Kiss by Prince. I remember it. The song Kiss start out. He would always go. You don't have to be rich. And he'd be scratching. And then all of a sudden, it was like, and all the cool, check it. center stage on the mic and we're putting it on wax. It's the news. I'm like, oh my turn, that's the Beastie Boys. So it's like by listening to Prince music more than anybody else, that's how I came across the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, a whole lot because I really don't remember before Prince exploded with Purple Rain, they would play his music on the radio, but it was, more so as I would say a standard format, which got a huge following, but it was more standard format. But when he blew up on Purple Rain, oh, they was mixing all his music into hip hop. They were. So that's how I came across the Beastie Boys, Jam Master Jay, and many other iconic hip hop artists. It was through listening to Prince when they would uh, um, what is his name? The Mojo, the Electrifying Mojo, the Wizard, and was it? It was another one that was on 92.3. Just don't remember the name right away, but it was mainly those three that would bring it. They would always use Prince music, and then they would work in other hip hop artists at the same time, and that's how I came across the Beastie Boys. That's how it happened, and I still miss that group today because I even still listen to the License to Ill album, still even now. It's the energy. It's the energy. You know, the production, um, the engineer that mixed down everything. I like the song She's Crafty. Let me see what other song they got on there. Yeah, the one that goes dun, 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 dun. I got money, I got you, I got to the party, and I got loot, I got ill. I mean, I like that energy and the fact that I brought it when I was like 16, 17. You know, I wish I had all that energy today, but then I just miss it. So what I miss most about Beastie Boys, everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, just continue to subscribe to my channel. Why? For two reasons. I make videos constantly on a variety of subjects because um, entertainment is very powerful. So I um, cover a lot of subjects about it, and real issues at the same time. And I'm running a contest. You can win cash and prizes. Now, this is how it works. If you hit that subscribe button right now, because I'm always going to use previous videos that I used before, and I will tell you the name of the video because I want you to win. All I'm going to do is mention something in that video, and all you have to do is put your answer down at the bottom of at the bottom of the video. If you be the first one, you win the first highest cash and prizes. If you the second one, you win cash and prizes. If you the third one, you win cash and prizes by putting that answer down at the bottom. So go on and hit that subscribe button while it's fresh on your mind. Those of you who like my videos, I appreciate you sharing them and subscribing to my channel. Continue to click the like button if you like my videos. Those of you who don't, click that you don't. The player haters. I always got the same message for you. You think you're hotter than me, right? But always remember, I'm cooler than you. Get down. And continue to leave your comments and your requests for the videos, and I'll respond back accordingly, and continue to support the Bryant Watkins channel by making a donation in the link in my description box. Don't you go anywhere.